Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on how to make Google Forms. First, what you do is you go to the web address. So in the address bar, you type forms.google.com. This will take you to this interface. On the on the bottom right corner, click on Create New Forms. A new form will appear on the screen. You can rename your form by clicking on this untitled form. As you rename it over here, the name appears on the top of your form. This folder icon is used to decide where you want to save your file. By default, it will be on your drive. This icon here is the add-on icon. The second one is the customize theme icon. The third is the preview icon, and this gear is for settings. Let us check few of the settings that we can use for this form. The first thing the setting asks you is the general settings. The first option in general settings is collect the mail addresses. In your form, if you want to collect all the mail addresses of the respondents, you can click here. Next, it will ask you requires sign in. If you want to restrict your users to your organization, you can click on this, or else you can leave it blank. You can also limit the responses given by individual respondents by clicking here. You can click here to edit after the submit. The respondents can edit once he has submitted, but it is recommended not to keep it like that. The respondents can also see the summaries, charts, and text responses if you check this box. Let's move ahead with the presentation settings. Show progress bar is the first setting, which enables the user to see how many questions he have attempted and how many questions are remaining. Shuffle the question order can also be enabled if you want to do so. Any custom message can be put after the submission. If you type anything here in this section, it will appear to the respondent after he has given the submit button. Next is the quiz section. The first option here is make this a quiz. To assign the points to any Google form, you need to enable this as a quiz. Locked mode on Chromebooks. These are special kind of uh, PCs available only with few of the users. So we don't have to bother about this. Release grades. If you want the users to get the grades as soon as they complete the test, you can select immediately after each submission. If you want to review the responses and then you want to submit it, you can click on the later after manual review. It is recommended if you have an MCQ kind of test, you can go for immediately after each submission. If you have few of the theory questions which you would like to assess later, you can go on later after manual review. We'll keep here it as an immediately after each submission like this. Let's go and see few other settings. Respondents can see missed questions. If any of the participants misses a question at the end of the exam, he might be able to see which question he missed. Correct answers. Student can see the correct answers, which question was wrong, and what is the correct answer for the given question. Point values will displayed on the right hand side of each question while the student is attempting the test. Let's save all the settings and come back to your form. I can make this form look more creative and aesthetically appealing by clicking on this color palette here. It is customize theme button. Once you click on this, there will be this window which will be opening in front of you. You can choose an header that is choose image, and you can put up any image that you have saved either on your mobile phone or your PC, or you can just select any image that is appearing on your screen. For this demo, I would like to select an image which is saved in my computer. I would select an image which is to be put up here, and then the image will appear as a header in my file, in my form. As you can see, the image is now inserted in my form. I can also change the theme accordingly. I can select this theme, and also I can go for background color by clicking on any color that is appearing here. I can change the font of the text that is appearing here in the form by clicking on this font style and selecting any of the font size or the font style that I like. I can go for playful. Next. The first thing that you can see is email addresses. Since we have enabled collect email addresses in the settings, it will automatically ask for valid email addresses to the respondents. The next thing is the first question. The first question that you would like to ask to the students is the name of the student. So let's write name of the student here. By default, Google automatically changes the responses to a short answer type, which the student has to enter. We can make it a mandatory question by clicking on this required tab here. And once this is done, you can go and add one more question. You can ask the student about his or her class. So you can ask for select class / division. I can give certain options by clicking here on the option number 1. Since class or division can be multiple for different students, it will be different. So we will select by default, it will be selected at multiple choice. You can also go for drop down. Multiple choice and drop down serves the same purpose. So by default, it is multiple choice. I keep it as it is. I can go to option number 1 and I can put here 12th Science A. Moving ahead, I can give one more option, that is 12th Science C B, and also 12th Science C. Once I'm done, I'll always check here as a required. I want this question to be mandatory. I want all my students, all the participants to give response for this question. Now, these are the formal details that I would like to ask the respondents. After this, I want the questions to be asked to the students. To separate these formal details from those of our test, we can just divide it into section by clicking here and adding a section to it. You can see the pointer is now pointed towards add section button. I can click here and I can add a different section. As you can see, an untitled section has been added. I can rename this as test begins here. So as soon as student arrives to this section, he'll be seeing a title as test begins here. You can give some description if needed. I'll keep it blank. Let's add a question and see how a question can be put up as a quiz in a Google form. So the first question, this is the first question that I would like to ask. Who is the Prime Minister of India? The question can be a multiple choice question. So I'll select multiple choice here. Let's give some of the options to it. As you can see, I have inserted 4 options for this question. Let us see how to give the marking scheme for this question. For this, you click on this answer key which appears at the end of the question that you have inserted. As soon as I click on this, it will ask me to enter the points which should be assigned to this question. I would like to give 2 points for my question. Also, I would like to tell Google that for this question, the correct answer is Narendra Modi. What I do is I click on this and automatically it turns out to be green, which means that this is the correct answer and it gets feeded into the algorithm of this Google Forms. You click on done and then this question is added. Let's see how I can add few other types of question. The next type of question that will be included will tell you more about how to add images as an option to your question. Sometimes you can arrive in a situation where the question might have options in image format. For this, let us see how to add images. The question is, so this is the question, which of the following is the flag of India? To answer this question, students should have different images in front of him. So what I do is I select multiple choice and then the first multiple choice option. As you can see, to the right of the first option, there is an add image button. I click on the button and it will ask me from where you want to get the image. You can get the image by uploading it. You can use your camera if you're using your mobile phone. You can go by URL also. You can go to Google Drive, you can go to your photos, or you can just go and Google it. But what I do, I go and I browse it since I have it stored in my PC. I select it and it will be automatically added to this question. You can see the first image has been added. Let's add one more. Just repeat the procedure. Go to option, select image, browse. It will automatically direct you to the previous folder and select it. The second image is added. Let's add one more. And the last option, let us write none of the above. So our question is ready. Let's make this question as mandatory by clicking on this required button here. And now you can add the points to this question. Let us assign again 4 points to this question. You can choose any point of your choice and let us click on the right option. As I can see, option number 3 is correct one. I'll just click on this option and it turns out to be green. Let's go for done. We are done with our next question. Now, let's go for next type of question that you can have in your test. Sometimes there is a situation where the question itself is an image. For this, let us see how to insert such type of question. The question in this case is the flag belongs to which country? To answer this question, the student have to have an image in front of him. So let's click on this image icon which is appearing next to your question. And now it will again ask you for the image. I have stored it in this folder. I select on this flag. I click on it and automatically it will be added to my question. As you can see, it is added to my question. I can give certain options to it and also will make it mandatory or required. I go to answer key. I put up some values here. Let's ask this question for 2 marks and let's select the correct alternative. Done. We can also add questions which require the answer in theoretical format. Google Forms can not only be used for MCQ type of questions, but it can also be used for theoretical questions. Let us see how these questions can be answered. Let's take an example of a balance sheet. To answer a balance sheet, If a teacher wants all the solution, the entire solution to the question, the student have to upload a file of the picture of the solution. Let us see how it is done. Suppose the question is this: tally the given balance sheet. The teacher uploads an image. It is added in your question, and now what the student does is the student solves, and now the student have to upload this solution. Google provides you with this alternative. Click on this multiple choice and now select file upload. Continue, and now to upload a file, the student will have to click an image or a PDF, whichever you want. The maximum file size would be 10 MB. You can customize it according to your needs. You can also set how many images to be given for this question, the maximum number of files. For this case, I have kept it as 1. Let's add points to this question. Suppose this question is to be asked for 4 marks. I'll select 4 points here and then done. Now, when this question appears in front of student, he have to solve it in his notebook. He have to click the picture of the solution and he have to upload it, and the teacher will get the file. The teacher will assess it and teacher will give marks. So yes, Google Forms can be used to assess theoretical questions as well. Let us see few more type of questions that can be asked. The next type of question can be of true or false. Answer if true or false. To show you, I would be using a multiple choice grid. You have to check on this, you have to click on this box here and you have to select for multiple choice grid. Let us see how this multiple choice grid works. For multiple choice grid, all the questions to be inserted in these rows. Let us insert few of the questions of my true or false. So I'm done with the questions. As you can see, this is the true or false kind of questions. In the column section, the first column will be true and the second column should be false. Let us see how it appears to the student. As soon as you click on this answer key, you'll be able to see how the question will appear in front of student. The student will see the question to the left, while he'll be having two alternatives, either true or false. The student will able to see how much points we have assigned. Let us assign the points. I have assigned 1 point to each question. So the student can answer either as true or false. The first question, as you see, is true, while the second one is false. So I click on these options and they turn out to be green. Google automatically understands that the answer for this question will be true and the answer for this question is false. Then I click on done and this question is recorded. So these are the different kinds of questions that you can include in a Google form. Let us see the preview how our form appears to the students. As I go for preview, you can see the first question that the Google form asks me is the email address. I insert the email address. The next question is name of the student. I put in my name. It is now asking me about the class and division. I select the class. I click on next button to proceed towards the exam. Here is the test. It says test begins here. I select few of the alternatives. Here it will ask me to upload an image for this question. I'll click on add file. Select file from your device and any random file I'll upload. The file is now uploaded. Answer if true or false. And then I go for submit button. It says thank you. I'll click on view score to see what is the score for this test. It says the total points I have scored 4 out of 14. Now let us understand how to share the link for this form. For this, you have to click on this send button. You can put in the email address where you want the form to be submitted. Alternatively, you can click on this link and you can get the URL. You can copy it and you can circulate it on WhatsApp or any other social media. The next thing, if you want to stop this test, just click on this responses button next to your questions and uncheck accepting responses. It says not accepting any response. To see a consolidated list of all the responses till date, click on this create spreadsheet button. Once you click, it will ask you to create a new spreadsheet or you want to select any existing one. I create a new spreadsheet. So a new spreadsheet is created. Since we have just one response, it will show only one response to me. Email address, the score, name of the student, class, and the answers for individual questions. So this was the entire tutorial about how to use Google Forms for online assessment.